Surprisingly, about three-quarters of you. We'll see what you vote on Twitter. Is it a ho-ho-ho or a no-no-no?
Oh, dear. Well, next we answer more of your questions and we ask you, is it time to ban unnecessary Christmas presents? We'll see you in a few.
Welcome back to our live Christmas preparation special. What's happening on social media, Gina?
Well, everyone is excited about the festive forecast that's coming on a bit later in the show.
Whereas I'm petrified, but carry
Yeah,
on.
no, it's fine. You're going to smash it. But we've got this coming in here from Corker. When is the optimal time to buy Christmas gifts? Often I find items are discounted before I even give the gift, and are gift vouchers to be avoided?
Optimum time to buy Christmas gifts is in January. Generally, in the January sales, it's cheapest. Two ways to do that: buy them very early, or give someone an IOU if you're brave enough and say, I'll buy it you once the prices are lower. Then we're not held hostage by this retail festival that we seem to live in. But if you want a more practical answer, we've actually just done a study using 50 items of, was it cheaper to buy on Black Friday or in the pre-Christmas sales that come later? 70% of items were cheaper on Black Friday, 12% were cheaper on pre-Christmas sales, and the other 18% were equal. So if you're going to be buying before Christmas at this time of year, Black Friday is the time that you want to be buying. I know it gets, bad-mouthed, but as I'll be running through in the festive forecaster, if you get the right item and it's something that you needed, it is the time to buy. As for gift vouchers, I'm not a fan. Two reasons. One, they have use-by dates people don't know about, which means they're not valid. Two, if the company goes bust, they are worthless. So obviously, if you're going, Amazon is very unlikely to go bust. But if, a local restaurant, if you're giving gift vouchers, there is a real risk with that. The best form of gift voucher for me, it's about this big, it's flappy, it's foldy, it's got a picture of the Queen, or soon to be the King on it, and it's cash, because it's flexible everywhere, you can use it everywhere, and people will take it. But
OK.
yeah, I'm not a fan of gift vouchers unless it's a big firm that isn't going to go bust, then you tell people when the use-by date is.
OK, swiveling to a different topic now. Very quickly, Aaron joins us in our audience this evening. Aaron, what's your question for Martin?
Hi, Martin.
Hello.
We're looking to move house in May next year, and we just thought sort of the forecast of house prices. Are they still going to be as high in around May?
I have absolutely no idea. And anyone who tells you they know is forecasting but doesn't really know. What we do know at the moment is mortgages. So we know that since the Bank of England base rate dropped a couple of weeks ago, ironically, exactly, the man's just done that over there. Fixed rate mortgages, the rate you can get a fix at, has gone up, not down. And that's because they tend to be based on swap rates, which are the city's long-term predictions of what interest rates will be, and they've gone up on the back of the budget and on the back of the election in the USA and its impact on the British economy. Now, the prediction for next May is still interest rates will be substantially lower, 0.5%, 0.75% than they are now, but that prediction changes all the time. So you would expect mortgage rates to be cheaper. If mortgage rates are to be cheaper, you would expect there to be more house demand. If we haven't seen an increase in supply of houses, which we probably won't have done by that point, well, that would mean house prices could have gone up. But will that balance out the fact that you're now able to get a cheaper mortgage? Where's my crystal ball?
Don't have one.
So we're expecting mortgage rates to come down, but we don't know. House prices will probably be... I guarantee you they'll either be higher, lower, or stay the same.
OK. That's fair. That's fair. OK. Let's now get into the thorny question of Christmas gift giving.
OK. Yes. Look, every year I talk about this. We first did a film on it in 2018, and I get amazing feedback on the fact that we just need to all calm it a bit when it comes to gift giving. Watch this.
David and his wife love sharing gifts with their family and friends at Christmas, but their festive finances were starting to mount up.
You spoil your kids at Christmas, you spoil your family at Christmas, and you do get to the point where you start to worry about where the money is going to come from out of your normal income, and that puts pressure on people. Originally, we would buy gifts not only for close family, but for more distant family as well. Work colleagues, friends. We would have spent £1,000 on Christmas gifts. I mean, for example, I bought bath bombs for people who haven't got a bath. You think, well, what's the point in that? In 2019, we were watching the Martin Lewis Money Show Christmas special. What I particularly remember is his phrase, the pre-Christmas agreement for no unnecessary presents. The reaction to Martin's message from the family was very positive. It was a catalyst to us changing what we did. I would say now we spend approximately £150 on gifts. It has taken the worry away, and then when January comes, things aren't quite so tight. Christmas is just as enjoyable as it always has been. I would say to people to talk to the families, is have the conversation early. It may surprise you actually that they feel the same way.
Thank you so much, David, for filming that for us. Now I want to wind you back to 2018. We play it every year. It is our Christmas tradition here on this live special show, because I don't think I could get it right as well again. Here you go. Christmas has become a retail festival, and it shouldn't be. Christmas should be joyous, but causes some people unhappiness, debt, and worry. Now, many people feel obliged to buy gifts for others that they know they won't use, with money they don't have, and cause themselves stress they don't need. And I think part of the reason for this is that we have disconnected from why we give gifts. Now, gift giving originally, anthropologically, was actually a form of social banking. Take a wedding. You'd go to a wedding, and older people, richer people in the community would give gifts to younger people to help them start out, and as those people age, they'd then pass it back to the new younger people. You can see how it worked. But with Christmas, it's a zero-sum game. I give to you, you feel obligated to give back to me at a similar value. Now, to fulfill that obligation, we do tit-for-tat giving, which means people end up with tat. Now, some people say to me, hold on, what about the gift of giving? But I have to be honest and say that can actually be selfish. And here's why. It can misprioritise people's finances and create a financial burden. So I've got here. If I give a gift to you, there you go, what do you feel you need to do? I'll take your scarf, thank you. There we go. Lovely, you give it back to me. Now, let's say I spent 20 quid on that, and I'm affluent and I thought I was being generous to you. I've effectively forced you to spend 20 quid on that scarf, and you might have chosen that your children need more new shoes instead. So I've misprioritised your finances by giving you a gift. So what I think, it is time for us to get off this gift-giving treadmill. I think sometimes the best gift is releasing others from the obligation of having to give to you. Let's work together to ban unnecessary Christmas presents. Not for your spouse, not for smiling children under the tree, but that ever-expanding list of friends and cousins and teachers that we feel forced to buy. Do right now, if you're watching, use me as your excuse. Agree to make a prenup, a pre-Christmas no unnecessary present pact. Or at least do a Secret Santa and cap it at a £5 or £10, or even better, say, you know what, I'm not going to give that extended lift gifts. I'm going to give to charity instead. Less pressure. Less pressure, less cost, less debt, and I hope more joy. And the reaction here shows you might feel embarrassed to raise it, but most people feel the same way. Thank you all in here. I saw your reaction so similar to the people watching at home, and I hope over the years that we keep showing it, we've changed people's attitude. If you're sitting at home now, if you're panicking about your finances, or you're worried about the stress of Christmas, which should be a joyous, fun time, but unfortunately for many people is a time of stress and mental health issues and worries about loneliness and worries about affordability, especially amidst a cost of living crisis, then a little note out to friends at the moment saying, hey, why don't we just calm it a little bit this year?
Yeah.
Just send the note.
Just a little bit. Thank you. Okay. Well, very well said. Please do let us know what you think, of course, and coming up. Okay, welcome back. Right, audience, time to get ready. Make your notes. Martin, it's time for your festive forecaster. I'm even going into the audience to take my own notes. We're ready. Let's go.
Shall we do it?
Let's go.
Shall we go? Here's the festive forecaster for this year. Now, I'm going to start with something I don't normally do, gone but not forgotten. That's because this year we have seen deals pre-Sten. They've started to start much earlier than we have before. So even though we're doing this well before Black Friday, look at all the things that have gone already. We've had the battle of the £10 Baileys, gone at Costco, Morrison's and Sainsbury's, still on at Tesco till the 9th of December. 1 litre, £10 with the club card, £11 in Scotland, normally 22 quid. Beauty advent calendars, the point of these isn't normally the advent, it's the stuff that they've got in them is worth a lot more than the cost, wants to get discounted. Most of them gone already, but there's still a deal that look fantastic, 50% off Revolution makeup. I've valued it at 65 quid's worth of stuff in there you can get for 24 quid. John Lewis has a whole host at 20% off at the moment, so there's a Clarins one for 76 quid with £129 worth of stuff in. I should note, when you see a tick, that means it's a confirmed deal, not a predicted deal. So the ticks are confirmed deal. Let's bring that up. Next thing to have a look at the top, supermarket wine. Now, most of these were meant to be gone but not forgotten, but many of them have now been extended. So if you're buying 6 or more bottles of wine and fizz for your Christmas dinner, you've got it on at Sainsbury's. That is on until the 10th of December, all the rest until the 15th of December. Some of them are due to end today. They're not ending today. They're staying on a little bit longer if you want your festive fizz. Next, we're moving on to the hooray, hooray, hooray. Please be drinkerware. Now, Boots number 7 has got an exclusive that starts on Wednesday. They've just told us that it's the number 7 Ultimate Collection. That's very popular. It's half price at 39 quid, currently 85 quid, 92 pounds worth of stuff in it. The point of that is often people buy them and then they separate it and give it to lots of different people as gifts. That's the point. So it's more than the sum of its parts, if you know what I mean. Now, the next one's interesting. It's changed this year. It's a London Theatre deal that used to be just for tickets in January and February. This year, they're spreading it for tickets right across the year. So Wicked, Les Mis, Lion King and lots of others from 10 to 60 quid. The key to that is you want to go where there's lots of supply, and that means you're going to need a MasterCard. You want to be there on Thursday, the 21st of November. That's confirmed. It's called See It Live, and that's how you're going to get the best tickets for London Theatre if you want to come down to London, or if you're in London and you want to do that. Then we're moving into what I like to call Grey Friday. It's the shadow week before Black Friday. I'm focusing here really on confirmed deals in the main. I'll do some of the less confirmed ones when we get to Black Friday in a moment. Let's have a look at Grey Friday. OK, this is brand new for this year. I've not done it before. This is where we've taken a basket of 10 items. Just a random pick, it's a small sample, and then we've looked at what the actual discount across those 10 items is, rather than the discount that the firms say they are. So that's what my discount deep dive is, and this is the maximum discount. Let's run through some of the interesting bits. AO.com is 18% discount. Argos is interesting because its Black Friday price promise says we will not be cheaper before Christmas than we are at Black Friday. You know, if you're buying at Black Friday, it's not going to discount pre-Christmas, which I think is quite interesting if you're finding something that you're buying in there. You've got Boots, decent deal on the Remington hair straighteners there, down 70%, £70 to £20. Currys, also quite an interesting niche one here. Thousands of items reduced, but it promises to price match other stores if they're cheaper. But what's interesting is if you're buying electricals at Currys at the moment, then it'll give you 4 months Apple TV. So if it's cheaper elsewhere, you get them to knock the price down, you buy it at Currys, you get the 4 months Apple TV thrown in on top. You've got Dyson and Sharp, which are the vacuum cleaners. They're doing sort of discount or vacuum cleaner type things. About £100 off, £90 off on average. There's a fan heater, Dyson fan heater, quite well known. People go for that, 150 quid off. And Shark has got a cordless pet vacuum cleaner, 150 quid off. John Lewis, a mix of items, around 20% off going on there. Now, I'm not going to talk through everything. Make sure you look at what's going on the board. Those are the one-off items where they're drip-feeding different exciting items out, but we don't know exactly what they are. These are the sales. Most of them are up to sales. But if you look, B&Q is a pretty fixed 20% off, 200,000 items there. You've got, what's the other one I'm looking for? Where's it gone? Nike is 25% off. Now, just a quick thing I want to throw in. 2, predicting is going to be 25% off, so they're not up tos. Look at this. You see this number here? When you see a number, that means it's a prediction, and that is the number of past years it has consecutively done that deal. Can't promise it will do, but that's what I'm basing on. What else is interesting in there? La Redoute. La Redoute's worth picking off because La Redoute has lots of different brands, different things at different discounts at different days. But if you want a branded item and your brand isn't discounted, look at La Redoute to see if it's selling it because it might be there as a discount. And you can see these typical discounts are pretty decent here. Not as high as they're saying, but they're still pretty decent. Let's get rid of Grey Friday and we will move on. Now, next, always been very popular, the IKEA Christmas tree. Spend £10 in there, get a Christmas tree for cheap. Gone. Went last year, gone this year. I know, you always ask me, so I put it up there. Instead, they've got a digital advent calendar that will be giving specific discounts coming out to it. Don't know how good that's going to be. Let's rip this off. That's a vestige of when it used to be paper. If you have a child who is blind or partially sighted, if you go to rnib.org.uk/Santa by Sunday the 1st of December and you write to them, then your child, via the elves at RNIB, will get a letter back in Braille or big print or audio tape. If it's after that, then the elves can only get you back a big print email. So you want to go quick if that's the situation for you. It's a lovely one. Well done, RNIB. Two similar ones here. One is predicted, one is going to happen. This is the M&S app, 12 Days of Sparks. Personalised discount. Last year, I know someone who got a free £12 diffuser. I know someone else who just got 20% off cards. So it's luck of the draw what you're going to get, but if you shop at M&S, that's worth it. John Lewis, very similar, but they've doubled the length. Last year, it was 12 days. This year, it's 24 days, and that one is definitely happening. Black Friday time, everybody. No discount on water. Right. So first of all, we're back to those one-off items. You all know what Amazon does. Some good, some not, because its price is so variable all the time. What that is really good for is if you're buying Amazon devices. Alexa, who is Martin Lewis? I wonder how many have just gone off. Right. Apple, right now, Apple gift cards. Apple is very difficult to get discounted on new items. So it gives gift cards worth up to 160 quid last year, 250 quid in the year before. That is a good time if you're going to be buying Apple goods to get the gift. You can't get it discounted, so get the gift card instead. eBay. 20% off outlets is good if you're buying clothes that have outlets on eBay, which many people like those type of stores. Also, previous years, Dyson refurbs and Ninja refurbs have been very good. Ryanair Cyber Week is confirmed. Individual discounts on different days. You'll need to be flexible about the flights, but that can be particularly cheap. Then we move from the one-off items to the up-to sales. ASOS, Dunelm, M&S and Reebok. Important here, these typical discounts are based on last year. It was actually standing here doing this last year. I thought, I need more data. So I went back with my team and said, I want you to record it now so that next year I'll have the data to be able to give it you. Those are the typical discounts on ASOS, Dunelm, M&S and Reebok. Now we move on, we're sort of going up. Now we're on discounts of all full-price items. Now, this is where it gets good, because if you want something in that store, you know it's going to be cheaper if it's full price. Exclusively, I can tell you they've broken the embargo for us. Disney Store from the 22nd of November for email members, later next Monday for everybody else, 30% off selected full-price items. Interrail's really good, not guaranteed it's happening. 25% off unlimited European train travel, great for younger people, that one. It's worth keeping your eye out if you're thinking about that. And National Express, that's for tickets in January, 75% off for Amazon Prime customers. Then we get to the gold standard. Flat discounts off everything in store. So you've got Amazon Resell, used to be Amazon Warehouse. That's where you send back electronic goods and it refurbishes them, guarantees them, sends them out cheaper. It's 10% off now. I think it's going to get bigger at Black Friday to 20-30%. Can't guarantee it. French Connection's done something similar. Gap has started to introduce a minimum £100 spend, but if you're going to spend there, 20% off everything is worthwhile. This one's fascinating. H&M. Again, these are predictions. 20% off code. It's done previously for email members. Off everything. Then the next day it gets rid of the code and does an up to 70% off sale. So do you buy knowing it's going to be 20% off, or do you wait and hope it's going to be in the sale? Or do you buy it 20% off? Then if it is in the sale and it's a bigger discount, send this one back and rebuy it again. But I wouldn't suggest that. Now, let's carry on. How long have I got? 3 minutes. I've got to run through this in 3 minutes. Where are we? That's Black Friday. M&S Christmas decorations start to come down here. Amex Local was always good to talk about local stores. They're not doing it this year. They're giving a grant instead. Shame. Remember, your local store may have a good discount too. Then B&M, first year I've done that. 50% off Christmas decorations there. It's starting to come down. Make sure you use the money mantras. Royal Mail, if your kids write to Santa's Grosso Reindeerland, AXM4, he's got elves at the Royal Mail. They'll write back for free. The envelope you send needs to be stamped. You don't need a stamp for the one that comes back. IKEA winter sale starts. That's often really good if you're going to be shopping in IKEA, up to 50% off if the people who want it. Typical discount, though, 21% last year. H&M sale. It's another H&M sale. This is for the people who missed the earlier ones. Not quite as good as the previous one generally, but it's still going to be available there. Then we get the John Lewis, their Xmas stuff, their decorations and things, the Christmas stuff, start to come 30% down. And then now we have the NSPCC. He has 8 elves at the NSPCC. All do it a different way. You can choose which type of letter you get back from Santa via those elves. Suggested £3 minimum donation. Now, I'll get me veg out. Not my meat. Right. Christmas veg from the 16th of December. That's when they start to really discount it to get you in store to go and do your Christmas shopping with them if you haven't done it. The ASOS festive sale, really important one, this one, because it's pre-Christmas. You might pay a little bit more for delivery, but you can get it in time for Christmas if you want an outfit and you've forgotten that it's still ASOS. That's normally around the 16th of December. Then we get some long-haul flights. They're really speeding me up. Long-haul flights at BA New York and Virgin Barbados last year. Not that cheap, but still, if you're going to be looking to buy, that's about when you should start to look. The 16th. EasyJet sale comes the next day. Travelodge discount for January, February delivery stays the day after that. Where are we now?
go.
Let's move up. It's Christmas, everybody. Okay. So the Christmas Eve sales start online on Christmas Eve. The sales start online. Christmas Day, a few more join them. You can see all the discounts there, and then most of the in-store ones start on Boxing Day. A few of the onlines, like Amazon normally start on Boxing Day. A couple, John Lewis and Next, to close on Boxing Day. Good for their staff, and that means their sales start on the 27th of December. Happy 2025! Okay, I want to get to the end before we get wrapped out of time, and it's I'm a Celeb. Okay, so this is the January 2025, the boosted sales. So the sales go up in value at this point because they haven't got rid of the stock. Remember, January sales, different to the pre-Christmas sales. This is all about getting rid of the old type of stock and bringing new stock in. So you tend to see a different type of supply. Boots, H&M, Kurt Geiger, Matalan all tend to boost their sales. M&S used to, but it didn't do it last year. I don't know if it will do it this year. I'll tell you next year. And Eurostar sale, we've just had one actually, but this one goes January, February, March. I suspect that one is going to be coming forward. I'm trying to think if anything I missed. I didn't say Selfridges. It had a little ghost in there. That was Gordon the Ghost I wanted to talk to you about. The Selfridges 20% off isn't happening. I think I'm done.
Yes!
Talking as quickly. I don't know the subject. Maybe student loans, maybe mortgages. Thank you so much, JJ. Thank you to the team. Thank you, all of you. Bye-bye.
Streaming on ITVX, Sophie Turner stars in true crime drama based on the life and crimes of Britain's most notorious jewellery thief. Joan is available now. Next on ITV1, we're live down under for brand new I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here.